Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome a man under siege, Craig Charles.
Welcome to our special Grudge match edition of Robot Wars. Now, over the course of the last 2 wars, over 150 teams have competed, and things have turned a bit nasty. Some people haven't been happy with our judges' decisions. Others have made enemies and want to sort them out. Some just want revenge. And hey, if people want to fight, who are we to stop them? Over the course of the next half hour, prize will be dented, scores will be settled, and grown men will be reduced to tears. And we're going to love it. It all starts here. Mortis v Cassius.
It's Judgment Day! Mortis against Cassius! Our first grudge match. Mortis, of course, driven by Rob Knight and the Cambridge boys, and Cassius by the crowd favourite, Rex Garrard. This grudge actually dates back to a judge's decision in the First Wars, when Rex's robot Cyclops controversially eliminated Mortis for a place in the grand final. Let's remind ourselves of those dramatic moments.
Mortis retaliates underneath and is now driving into another patrol area. It's stuck on the side bars and needs to get out and is negative here. Cyclops is trying to get away, but not Mortis. And Mortis is taking more damage.
Cease.
And what a finish! And it goes to the judges.
And let's have a look while we wait at some of the points they will be considering. Good dodging by Cyclops, damage to Mortis. Cyclops aggressive and attacking. Poor steering by Mortis, got it in there in the first place, but retaliating. Good defensive work by Cyclops, again aggression from Cyclops. And good defensive work, withstanding the Mortis thrust. And I think this could count against Mortis ultimately driving in there onto the sidebars. And we're waiting for the judge's decision. I can't believe this! It's gone to Cyclops! Mortis are out!
We pushed them out, so we had all the attacks, and we think we should have won.
We'll have a rematch. Rematch is fine by me.
Well, they've had to wait for it, but now's your chance.
Stand by.
The rematch, the grudge match.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Mortis with the Kevlar laminated axe. Cassius with the self-righting arm. Both of them look back and scarred and weary. Ooh, look at that axe coming in. Cassius wise with Rex Garrard steering away. Oh, there's damage. Look at that. Look at the mark on top of Cassius, scything in a hole. Cassius turns away now. Avoids the pit. Whoa! Almost into the pit from Rex Garrard. He's to get out from there. Shunt to give him an early push into doom and gloom. Now away again. Meanwhile, Mortis waits there. Cassius trying to nudge Mortis into the pit of oblivion. And oh no! What on earth was he doing? Mortis has won the grudge match! And Rex Garrard committed suicide! Aha! And Mortis goes too! Oh, look at the dent on top of Mortis! How's robots get there? Long-awaited revenge! And Cassius rises from the dead! Brilliant stuff! Cassius rises, tries to push Mortis out. Splendid entertainment.
What a lousy piece of driving. You are not wrong, are you? You are the worst. You designed the best robot and you're the worst driver.
No, I am.
And then you had a sitting duck then. And what did you do? You just went and drove right into the pit.
But did you like the way I tried to get him out of the pit? I lifted him out of the pit.
You almost lifted them out of the pit as well with that self-righting arm of yours.
Sorry, we declared it a dead heat. Dead heat, we've got to go again.
Why did you
We've lost the track.
I know you were like a sitting duck there, weren't you?
Yeah, I mean, it must have got damaged when I went over the spikes.
Did you feel a bit vindicated, though, having taken on the new robot?
Yeah, technically means nothing to me. I'm going to fight it out to the death.
No, they beat me fair and square, come on.
Did not at all. No, we didn't.
Stupid driving.
Yeah, flat drive for a minute, but we didn't beat you.
Oh, come on, shame on that.
I'll let them sort it out any way they want, okay? Give them a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
I wonder if the feud has finally been settled. I don't think so. Mortis, will they be back?
Now it's time for the heavyweight reserves. These guys almost made it onto the show, but didn't quite get in. But now, thanks to Grudge Match, they finally made it.
It's Reserve Rumble! And our 5 contenders, Lateral Thought, Malice, Bumblebots, Forklift, and Jim Struts. Here's Lateral Thought, a 6-wheeler weighing in at 56.2 kilograms, driven by University of Glamorgan students. Malice, heavier at 68.4 kilograms, the body shells made from the material used for aircraft floors. Bumblebot has a sting in the hammer, which is powered by a 15-foot bungee cord. Forklift's main weapon is driven by the windscreen wiper motor from a car, driven by John Benton on the right. On the left, father and daughter team, Ian and Kerry Inglis with robot Jim Struts, the only walker in Robot Wars.
So what's your name?
Kerry.
And what's your robot's name?
Jim Struts.
Why?
Because he was meant to strut, but he sort of walks now.
Why a walking robot?
Well, I thought I'd get a weight advantage. But it turned out a much more complex problem than that.
Go on.
It's quite difficult to make it walk. And it's ended up far too heavy, really.
Might it teeter over as well?
It is, it's not very stable.
So
it keeps on falling over in the garden. We've crushed a few rose bushes and things like that.
Robot ears, stand by.
Kerry Inglis is keen to drive a Formula One car. She's 11.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Jim Struts, centre stage. My little fancy there. Bumblebot came into the picture right there with a big hammer. Swinging through 180 degrees. That's lateral thought. Dead metal already. And shunt causing damage. I think there's a puncture mark. There is. Maybe more than one there. For lateral thought. In danger. Shunt is in on lateral thought. And Killalot plucks Malice into the air. Malice in real trouble, so too lateral thought. Shunt is in for the kill. Killalot picks and tosses Malice into the air towards the flames. And Shunt, hee-ho! Cheerio for lateral thought. This is Malice. Surely to go the same way. Killalot means business. Over and out for you into the smoke and flames and cauldron of hell. They've gone. Bumblebot, forklift, and Jim Struts still. Bumblebot trying to swing the hammer, so early aggression if it comes to the judges. I don't think it'll come to the judges, not for this one. Look at that. One puncture mark, 2. Into the flames, 2. Oh, Shunt's pickaxe here, wrecking havoc. You really have got to get a more protective shell, boys. Killalot flips. The vulnerable underbelly there of forklift. It's only plywood. In real trouble. The top comes off. Something flew out there from the very belly of forklift. I think it was a ballast brick to keep it on the ground. On the surface, it's not on the surface. It's into the flames, though. It's torched. It's going to be burnt. It's on fire, forklift. A fiery forklift. Well, I don't think we've seen a robot mashed up quite like this one. That's the end of forklift. Well, do you think so? Yeah, I do. And meanwhile, Jim Struts and Bumblebot to fight it out then. Jim Struts, I think, trying to flick. Yes, trying to flick Bumblebot into the air there, trying to get those feet into play. You'll be drawing your pension by the time Jim Struts gets into a gallop. Meanwhile, Shunt and Dead Metal, oh, inflicting punishment on Bumblebot. The outer shell holding, I think. There's a lick of flame from the sergeant. And meanwhile, Jim Struts, alone, undaunted, unmarked, and I think a very curious winner.
Yes. Jim Struts are the winner. You gave one of the robots a right good kicking. You haven't got any weapons, though, really, have you?
It's the feet are meant to be weapons. We tried going for Bumblebee and tried to lift him up, but we didn't succeed. And we're not very quick. Everyone got out of our way far too quickly.
It's the only walker that we've ever had on Robot Wars.
It's good, isn't it?
It's brilliant. I mean, it's an amazing feat of engineering. Ladies and gentlemen, give them a round of applause. Our heavyweight reserve winners.
Well done. Our first walker. Hopefully we'll see more in the next wars.
Now, with Sergeant Bash around, you'd be pretty stupid to cover your robots in fair. Either that or be an arsonist with a lust for pyrotechnical destruction. Our next contenders don't look stupid, so make your own minds up as we fire up the robots and get stuck in.
Inferno, Insurrection, a special exhibition grudge match featuring our own Sergeant Bash. With Ram Rombid, a sacrificial robot built especially for this exhibition, driven by an old friend of Robot Wars, George Francis. Now he loves to take on a house robot. Mind you, so do the boys from Dublin. With Nemesis from Ireland, a furry, freakish fireball too often in Robot Wars. All Air Force engineers giving a smouldering look there to Bash because they remember him so well from the past. The Nemesis boys all want to go into space and they're in the air! They're in the air! And they're on fire! It could all be over for Nemesis surely now!
Nemesis! Burning! On fire! Waiting for them is Killalot 2! Oh my goodness me! Ropes up in flames! Burning, boggling Nemesis eyes!
Well, guys, you went out in a ball of flames in the last war. I would have thought you'd learned.
Not at all. Burn it, that's what I say. Burn it all to hell.
Roboteers, stand by.
Would you look at that? I can't believe it, Nemesis.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Nemesis has the kebab on board, the onions and the chef's hat. This is brilliant. Bash immediately goes in. We've even heard they've doused each other with paraffin in the pits here. Oh, look at Ram Rombit, the sacrificial robot. And look at Nemesis on fire. Well, I hope you like your kebab well cooked. I don't think this is going to last long. For goodness sake, don't try this at home, any of you. These are trained roboteers. Would you believe me? My health and safety boys on board. Look at Nemesis. Oh, it's a Catherine Wheel Ram Rombit. Ah, fireworks. That's brilliant. That was absolutely brilliant. Look at that. Oh, terrific stuff.
That looks like the tastiest barbecue I've ever seen.
We saved an onion for you.
You saved an onion for me? Oh, I'm so touched, really I am. Oh, the eyes are completely melted. Have you heard enough fire now? Do you think you can leave it now?
Well, our technique was to go up the middle with smoke, but I think there was a lot more smoke than we thought there was going to be.
That's on the smoke. Fire respirator.
Time for the heaviest of our divisions, the super heavyweights. These are the big boys, the Pavarottis of the robot world. Pound for pound, these could give our house robots a good run for their money. Let's get down to some serious wanton destruction and heavy metal carnage.
Super Showdown! Our first contender, Siren, weighing in at a hefty 119.2 kilos, captained by Peter Wilson. It's stainless steel, it's very durable, a real survivor, this robot. Our next contender, wearing yellow but no coward, Kick Robot, with dad Ian Arnold, daughter Lorraine, and 12-year-old son Carl. It's got 2 chisel-shaped arms which could flip, tip, and topple. Yes! Wearing red, Berserk, the team, Stuart Ford, Chris O'Donnell, and Martin Kershaw, another powerful forklift and ram, capable of throwing even the heaviest of robots, and our very own Sergeant Bash. And finally, Demon Duck, the heaviest bot in the field at 155.6 kilos, with Lee Harper, Sean Baker and Nick Milner on the left there. Its chassis is made of 8mm plate mild steel, armour-plated bodywork, stainless. It's strong enough to hang on in there when bashed, battered and beaten. One frailty, high tensile steel tracks which can come off. Demon Duck. It's reversible, it can run upside down, those black eyes glow red in the dark, and it completes our lineup for the Super Showdown. Berserk, Kick Robot, Siren, and Demon Duck fight against each other. And back again, that Demon Duck bulldozer blade, 900mm wide, all engineers, quite confident. The Siren team, watch out for its tungsten carbide fixed blade. The young boys, Paul Brown, Peter Wilson. Kick Robot, apart from the chisels in front, it also has a pointed attack cylinder at the rear. Berserk, like any other team in Robot Wars, this is special. All face difficulties. These boys have special skills to overcome theirs.
Martin, who's the team captain here?
Stuart.
Stuart's the team captain.
Yeah.
And who came up with the idea?
Stuart.
Stuart? Yeah. And the rest of you just got roped in?
Yeah.
Right, let me ask you, how do you sign welcome to Robot Wars? What was that?
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate.
Berserk team moves slowly off. There's Demon Duck and Berserk again. Kick Robot comes in on Siren. Pushed away by Demon Duck. Shoveled away by Demon Duck. There, Kick Robot is Berserk. Now that's a good mighty heave-ho on on Shunt, and Killalot didn't like it. Trying to grip there the forklift front of Berserk, lifts it into the air and getting revenge here on behalf of the House Robots, dragging, in fact, the forklift into the air. Berserk being pulled across towards one of the pits. I hope it's not the flame pit, and it is. And Berserk is broiled. Yeah. The red paint beginning to blister. This is Siren dodging trouble. Berserk's back into play though. Siren confronted by the Demon Duck on one side and Kick Robot the other side. And there's Kick Robot with those chisel-shaped arms we were talking about, raised aloft in triumph there, about to take on Siren once more. Still, all four robots, just in play. Siren nearly going down into the pit, and Matilda comes in. Rear end, forward, there's the chainsaw of Matilda. Doesn't seem to do too much damage, and nearly tippling and toppling Siren into the pit. Matilda doing all her damage with her backside. That's a grisly thought. And out goes the Siren. 3 robots left. Berserk taking punishment from Shunt. Shunt trying to do the dentist's trick on the old teeth there of Berserk. It's it. Killalot again lifts. Shunt uses the pickaxe. One blow. Killalot there as well, onto the flame, onto the barbecue. Meanwhile, Demon Duck, is that immobilised? I think Demon Duck's immobilised and out of it. So Berserk and Kick Robot in there. Kick Robot trying to dodge our mace. And Kick Robot, for me, was the only one still in play. Berserk on the flame pit.
And the winners are Kick Robot. Yes! How do you feel about that?
Wonderful. Surprised that we actually got through and won.
How come you're so surprised?
Because everyone else is just really good.
Are you happy?
Yeah, but there's one problem.
What?
My friend's robot went down a hole.
Your friend's robot went down a hole? Well, we'll have to get him out then, won't we?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, give them a round of applause. The super heavyweight winners. Kick Robot. Robot Wars has launched into cyberspace. Roboteers invading the internet, beating up computer viruses. The thing is, 4 veterans from Robot Wars all think their website is best. There's only one way we sort an argument like that out on Robot Wars, by letting them kick the hell out of each other. Let's get stuck in.
Internet insurrection. And the first of our contenders, Griffin, driven by Oliver Steeples, who's produced a well-laid-out and informative website. Plenty of detail and specs. Kilohertz, team on the right of your screens there, John Ree, Dominic. And their website has plenty of family snaps. Body Hammer with the Cold Fusion team, grand finalists in the first wars, cartoon capers in the second wars. And completing the lineup for us, Corporal Punishment, a nominee for the Sportsmanship Award in these second wars, driven by Adam Clark, who's a professional website producer. This is a good site.
They're basically fan websites that have been put together since
The last war.
And basically it's really to sort out once and for all who's got the best one.
Adam reckons he's got a good one, and we think he hasn't. We're winning with 3 other robots, and so it should be interesting.
That should be good. Looking forward to it. Should be fun.
Roboteers, stand by.
All robots remote control driven, or are they?
3, 2, 1, activate.
That's Corporal Punishment making the early dive against Griffin on the spikes. Griffin needs to get out from there. That's Kilohertz and Griffin coming in. Oh, I thought I saw a chain flail away from Matilda. Look at this. Bash is going and going. And all the teams love that. Griffin it was who turned the sergeant over. Corporal Punishment coming in to have a little bit of a piece of that a little bit too late. There's Kilohertz. And the House Robots have seen the Kilohertz team celebrating the demise of Bash, and they want revenge. And Body Hammer being pressed in because they're going for Kilohertz here first, and over it goes. So Shunt gets revenge on behalf of Bash, and Kilohertz is gone. Immobilised. Shunt comes in for a little piece of damage too. I don't think Kilohertz is going to get back in action. This is just more damage onto the flames. Getting
metal there at the top of your picture. Look at the slice out of that, no impact, and you shot, aha! That's what happened to the mascot. Body Hammer with the yellow stripes, still in there fighting. This is Griffin, and again that mighty heave-ho, lifting ram. Body Hammer spins away, still very much alive, but now pinned in by Dead Metal. Look at the little flail there, very dangerous, like a savage wasp sting. Dead Metal is bumped up into the air by Body Hammer, turning again. Done well so far, Body Hammer, little spin. That's corporal punishment, being pinned in by the sergeant. I think that's the end of corporal punishment. They're immobilised, they're out of it. It's Body Hammer now against Griffin. Body Hammer doing all the aggression. Griffin pushed down by Dead Metal onto a spike, trying to get away there, look. I can see Matilda in the background. Ooh, good turning here by Griffin. That's good steering and control. Matilda's sparks fly. She senses victory could be hers. I don't think it can be, though. I think Griffin will get away, and this is a good attack in by Body Hammer in underneath, but it's pinned in now under Dead Metal. I think Body Hammer's now immobilised itself, and Griffin was still going at the end, only just. Who's won it? Very close.
We are waiting for a judge's decision. Before we decide, let's have a look at some of the highlights of that fight.
No doubting the early highlight for the crowd. Sergeant Bash flipped up and over by Griffin. Kilohertz celebrating, and this was their payback from the house robots. That was enough really to put Kilohertz out of it. This is another great heave-ho from the aggressive Griffin. Body Hammer pins itself in. Griffin still moving at the end. Very tight, this.
And the judge's decision is Griffin! Griffin, come onto the platform! Well, you've won the website Grudge match. How do you feel?
All I wanted to do this time was take over a house robot. Sorry, blokes. Make better time next year.
Ladies and gentlemen, give them a round of applause. www.thrash.battle.wallet.
Well, we brought you the super heavyweights. Now for our lighter category winners. And first of all, the featherweight. And a hero of the First Wars, 11-year-old Sam Rudgard with Demolisher. Splendid character, withstanding battering and pressure from the house robots. Finally, to polish off Armadillo, driven by Adam Clark. And Sam and Demolisher are featherweight champions. On to the lightweight class, withstanding a dreadful battering from Shunt and Matilda, Charles Dale Steeples, Colin Pearson with Slippery Strana. Slippery Strana, our lightweight champions. And to the middleweight, our wedge-shaped cheese robot. Do I smell a rat? Hard cheese with Captain Nigel Kerr, Stephen Davidson, Alan Steen. Well done to them. Yes, we burn just about everything on Robot Wars. Don't worry, they patched him up. And our middleweight winners from the Second Wars are cheese.
A grudge match now between Mortis and Napalm. Napalm were knocked out in the series semi-finals, but the girls from Dartford feel cheated, and the adjudicator's decision didn't go their way, and now they want revenge. Whoa.
Judgment Day 2! Mortis against Napalm. So this grudge dates back to this controversial decision in the series semi-finals. Mortis suffered damage, was given a second chance in the trials by the adjudicators, and because of their decision and deliberation, Mortis went through, and eventually the girls from Dartford were eliminated.
So I'm joined by the Napalm team and the Mortis team. Now, you think a judge's decision went against you, and you want a grudge match, but you think you can take them on? They've got a pretty hard robot, you know.
Yeah, so have we, I think.
Okay, well, hey, how do you think it's going to go for you?
I know we'll have a play around and put it through holes in the armour and knock it down the pit, you know, usual kind of stuff.
You're going to get that axe working?
Hopefully.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's watch this then.
Mortis and that axe. Napalm, all in flame red. Rob Knight. He wants the win. So does Claire Greenaway and David Crosby.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Napalm rising on its back wheels, and already Mortis goes in underneath. They're the mandibles, the dreadful mandibles, the jaws of Napalm. And it seems to me that Mortis can withstand everything that Napalm can throw at it. Mortis simply toying, I think, not getting the action to play. Oh, until then! And look at that immediately! creating major damage. Now the push towards the pit. One in the eye for Napalm. Claire trying to steer away. That axe is surely the most penetrating weapon in the entire history of Robot Wars. It is grisly. Trying to get in on the engine and the motors there. Of Napalm. Pushing back though, Mortis dangerously close to a pit. It tries a little shove towards the PPZ. In comes Napalm. Oh, what an offlay doing! Oh, Claire! What have you done, Claire? Oh dear, oh dear. Into the pit and out. And of course, Mortis is the winner. And the roar! The bellicose roar of Rock Knight says, I want some of the house robots! They support him in his quest to take on Kill-A-Lot. Is that wise? Against the sidebars of his final grudge match of this series of Robot Wars. Matilda and Kill-A-Lot. All the house robots getting involved. Oh no, he says, oh no, well it was your decision. You're on your back, now take the punishment, son. In comes Shunt with the pickaxe and the Sentinel as well, using the big rhino horn to bash and dent Kill-A-Lot's final graceful gesture to take Mortis towards the flame pit, trying to use the axe to flip up and over, I think there. Mortis survives, Mortis the winner. It was a good grudge match, wasn't it?
And the winner is obviously Mortis.
You did really well. And then you went on and took the house robots on as well, and gave them a good run for the money. That axe is a pretty amazing axe, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not quite powerful enough. It's going to hop now, yeah? It's not quite powerful enough to get us back over.
You want one like Cassius, don't you?
Yeah, there wasn't maybe one on, but we busted just before we turned up. That'll be for next time.
Anyway, let's get the girls up.
Napalm, come to the platform!
He showed you, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he's better than us.
He bashed all your lights out and gave you some serious bits of damage there, didn't he?
Yeah, we'll try and fix it, but it was a laugh.
Hey, yeah, how about a conciliatory kiss between the two of you? Go on. Hey! Ladies and gentlemen, give them both a round of applause!
Oh, romance blossoms. A tear comes to my eye, Craig, and a bucket to my hand.
Thanks for watching our grudge match special. That's all the scores we've got time to settle. Now remember, we don't suffer fools and we don't like bores, but we do get even on Robot Wars. Bye-bye.
A new #1 and the winner of the Great British Song Contest, Top of the Pops, is here on BBC Two next.
How was that for you, kid?
It was very fun.
You enjoyed that, didn't you?
Yeah, it was good fun.
But was it, tell me, was it really a consolation prize getting a kiss from Rob?
No.